How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the start of Season 2 of Valheim. Now, last season came to a close, I want to say because we had multiple grindy games running alongside each other at the same time, and I didn't want to add another one to the schedule. But this time around, we are going to be running this game and this game alone. So we should have full devotion to this game for the next couple of weeks, potentially, to get as much done here as we can. But today, what we are going to be trying to do is kill the very first boss, because that is how we get our hands on a pickaxe, and with the pickaxe, we get access to metals. So that is the goal for today's episode. We are going to be starting with a fresh character and a fresh world, so let me get one of those put together here. All right, we have landed, so let's get to work here. We want to be picking up all of the stone and sticks that we see, as well as the berries and mushrooms right now, just so we get some food in our belly. And what I want to do is actually touch this thing over here. I completely forgot about it, but we want to see where exactly this first boss is, and it's right next to us. Okay, so this first boss is really easy. We fought it last time, and all it is just a giant deer with some lightning coming out of its face. So I want to very quickly run around and collect some wood and get some tools going, so that way we can get some spears and some bow and arrow things going as well, so that way we can go fight that thing in the next little while here. Oh, you know what? If we're lucky, there might actually be flint on the coast, and there is. Cool. So that's going to save us some time. We don't have to waste our time making a stone axe. We can just jump right away and make a flint one. We also have one of these little burial things right near our base, and there's some bones here as well. That's kind of good too. Cool. Okay, so I haven't found enough wood to make a... Or I did find enough wood to make a hammer. Never mind. So we can get a workbench hopefully going as soon as possible here. Okay, well, we got enough wood to put our workbench down, so we need to actually cover this. So to just avoid having to build something, let's just plop it in here. It might let us do that. And can we access this thing? No, it's too exposed. Dang it. All right, you know what? Hold on, we'll break that and we'll move it somewhere else. I just want to very quickly throw it underneath some little building then, if that's the case. That way we can at least access this thing. So give me just 2 seconds here. We're going to plop that there, and then we're going to also build some walls around it as well, which we don't have enough wood. We had barely enough to put the workbench together. Okay, my bad. Let me run around a little bit more and gather up some more wood, looks like. Are we able to use it now? Nope, we're still too exposed. Okay, so let's throw a wall on the backside here as well, and then maybe another one there. And is that going to then allow us to use this thing? So, yep, there we go. Cool. We can now build our flint axe, so that's going to help us here. Gather a bit more wood a little bit quicker, and that's all we wanted to craft here. I could have just crafted up a stone one. That would have been a little bit quicker just to get some tools going, but I decided to not do that and just build this thing right away, and that was a little not good for my time management there. My bad. So before it gets any later, we do want to build out a little house. So this is going to be temporary. Later on, we will build a permanent house, but right now we just want somewhere we can sleep through the night. So I'm going to make this a little 3x3 house. So let's expand this guy out a little bit here like so. Actually, we might want to actually make the hoe. Give me 1 second here. We should have the stuff to do it. There we go. Let's get one of those put together so we can flatten out the area just a little bit here. All right, well, this doesn't look too bad here. We want to close off the roof so that we can plop a bed in here. We're also going to have to make sure that we have some way of venting all of the smoke, because we need to put a campfire in here as well so that we can sleep. So let me plop these guys here, and then let's see. We probably want to have the campfire on the back side here, so we're going to have to move this guy for 2 seconds. Let's just plop it over that away, and the campfire can go right there for right now. That should hopefully be venting pretty good since we don't have the whole roof closed off just yet. And then for the rest of this, right over here, we want to have something like that going backwards just a smidge. I gotta try and figure out something there, but can we plop a bed down, and is it going to let us skip through the night right now? It is indeed. Okay, cool. Anyways, now that it's daytime here, we can finish off our roof, but we do have one minor issue with that thing right there. We just had a skeleton spawn in. He's over there beating up one of the little tail dudes right now. So that might be a little bit of an issue here. I'm not too sure, but we'll try and figure that out as we progress here. So let me close off the roof a little bit. Something like that should work, and then we can place one on this end as well. There we go. And I think for the front door, what we're going to do is also have these guys angled that way as well, and then have an angled piece of roof going that way. That might be too much. A 45-degree angle one might be a little too much. Can I zoom my camera out a little bit? There we go. And yeah, 45 is way too much. Okay, so let's go outside. Hopefully the skeleton doesn't aggro on us just yet. And let's plop this guy right over there. Something like that should work. Maybe. Hopefully that doesn't look too bad here. Actually, never mind. We can't get into the house. What if we just plop one of those guys there? That's going to leave the front door kind of exposed, but it should be good, right? Just in case we can't vent the fireplace correctly. That is at least going to hopefully help a little bit here. So now I got to figure out what to do back here. and then we will close in the floor as well. So let me go get some more wood because I don't think we're going to have enough here. Never mind, we're about to die because the skeleton went aggro on us. Oh, we actually countered it. Okay, cool. And kill it. There we go. Nice. All right. So did we get some bones? We got some bones from it. Nice. All right. Well, it's not the prettiest thing to look at, but this is our temporary base. So we'll try and make it look a little bit prettier when we actually build a permanent base. But right now, this is up and running. It is working pretty good. This little hole right here is not apparently big enough for the smoke to vent out of. So that was fun to realize when the whole inside of this place was just filled up with smoke a second ago. But it is up and running, so we are good to go now. What we need to do next is actually start farming up a bunch of the boars as well as the deer so that we can gather up some of the meat as well as the leather and the scraps from them. So we need those things to build out the next tier of armor, which we're going to try and get, which is leather armor. And then we're also going to need a bunch of these guys to get a bow put together, and then probably a shield and the flint knife. I would like to run the flint knife right now because it has a double damage thing, slash and piercing, so that might be fairly good, especially for these guys that are around us right now. I think they're weak to slashing stuff. Anyways, though, we need to also plop down one of these guys before we forget about it. So this is going to allow us to cook our food a little bit quicker. Let's just double up on that right now, and we can also build out one of these guys so that our workbench is now level 2. Yeah, there we go. So now we can upgrade our stuff if we want to do that right now. I don't really want to do that right now, though. Anyways, though, I am going to go on a little killing spree to try and farm up these guys, and then we will hopefully have enough stuff to start making our armor and our weapons. Okay, so I've hunted a little bit. We don't have quite enough to make all the stuff that we want to make right now, but I am going to take those things. We need to also grab a little bit of wood here, and I think these guys as well. Maybe those guys also. Let's see. We are going to prioritize making the weapons first, so we do have enough to make the bow right now, so that could be actually beneficial to help speed up the process of hunting everything. Although, we could also just make a spear and use that as well. So, let's go with the bow. The bow, I think, is going to be more important right now. And then with that, we can also make some wooden arrows. We don't need a whole lot of these. I'm going to make, let's do 2 bunches of it. That's going to give us 40 arrows. And since we also have enough leather to make one of our gear pieces, let's also make the pants. Since right now we have the tunic that we spawned in with, so let's set that on, and we have some arrows. I'm going to make one more little group there, so we have 60 arrows to play with. So I'm going to get back to hunting. We need a bit more leather scraps and some more deer hide, and then we have the armor and the rest of the weapons that I want to also craft up before we go ahead and try and fight the boss. So I just stumbled across our first beehive, and we want to make sure that we break this and get the queen bee from it because we want to start producing honey as soon as possible. It's not going to be super great for us right now, but it is going to be nice to start stockpiling it because it's going to go toward other recipes later on. So I think it landed up there, didn't it? That's a bit unfortunate. Are we able to break this? We got the honey. Did we also get the queen bee from that? There we go. Okay. So there's also a chest up there. Can we hit that while we're down here? There we go. Got some feathers and some arrows. Nice. Well, we should have enough deer hide to make the rest of the leather armor. So we made the pants a second ago, right? Yeah, we made the pants already. So let's make the tunic. And then we're also going to make the helmet as well. So let's get one of those put together. And what am I missing for this guy? We are missing some bones. So right now we only have 2 of those right now. Yeah, we only have 2. So we can't really make that just yet. Let's see if we can make the shield, which we can't. We can make this one, which I don't want to make. I want to make this guy, which we need resin for. Okay, let me grab that. There we go. Let's get one of those put together. And then what am I going to need for the little knife that I wanted to make? This guy. We need some flint. Okay, we also have that ready to go as well. So let's take some of that. And that is our knife done as well. So that is all the weapons that we want to have crafted right now. And then I also want to craft up a bunch of the flint arrowheads at the moment. Let's also get our bees producing here, so that should hopefully be fine. Can they? Yep, they are happy. Great. So we're going to need to get a little bit more wood because I need a couple more chests for all the stuff that we have built up already. But then I'm going to cook all of our food, and we are going to go ahead and try and fight the boss here in just a minute. All right, well, let's hopefully kill the first boss here. So let's summon him in. I thought we needed more than one of those, but I guess it's just one trophy because I only had 9 a second ago. Or no, it took up 3 of them. So yeah, never mind, we're good. Anyways, here we go. So the first boss is relatively easy to do. It doesn't have anything to really worry about too much here. I guess lightning bolts can hit through rocks, but other than that, we should be fine. I just want to try and keep one of these rocks in between me and it, so that way we don't constantly get shocked by it over and over again. And that is the first boss dealt with. So now we should have access to the pickaxe once this guy decides he wants to blow up and give us the stuff here. There we go. And now we can go ahead and plop its head up on the little stool thing over here, or the little wall piece thingy. And once that does its whole little animation, we're going to have access to the power-up that it gives us. Oh, never mind. We had to click on it. I completely forgot about that. But now we have access to the power-up, which is going to be extra stamina when we're running, or a little decrease in the stamina drain when we are sprinting when that is active. Anyways, let's craft up our pickaxe. We are only going to need one of these, and there we go. We got our first pickaxe. So the rest of this stuff can get stored for right now. We don't really need any more of this stuff. I am going to fight the boss a couple more times because I would like to have its head on some of the walls and stuff once I do build a final base. But right now, we aren't going to do that. I'll probably do that on stream potentially. I'm not too sure, but we'll go ahead and see about that. Anyways, now that we have the pickaxe, we want to find the Black Forest. So right now, my whole little running around, we haven't found one yet. We do have a mountain back this way, and this is the path that the bird took us on when it flew in. So this right here looks like it's a Black Forest, which it does tell me on the top right of the map here. I didn't realize it told me that, but we do have one right here. So let me head that direction. We want to try and find some copper and some tin, and we're also going to be looking out for the burial chambers. So let's repair all of our stuff real quick before we head on over there. And yeah, we should be good. Let me wander on over there real quick. So we've arrived at the Black Forest. We want to try and keep an eye out for some skeletons because those are going to be guarding the burial chambers. I've also picked up some thistle as well as some carrots, so now we can grow those eventually once we get the stuff to do so. Nice, I found our first burial chamber here, so I'm not going to go into it right now because I don't think I have enough inventory space left over at the moment, but I would like to clear these guys out just so I don't have to deal with them on the way back. And that should be that. Maybe there's one more. There is not. Okay, I'm going to mark this, and I'm going to run back and drop our stuff off because right now we are kind of packed up right now. So before we head on back to the burial chamber here, let's go ahead and craft up the cape now that we have enough bones to do that. And then if we're also able to, I would like to upgrade some of our stuff, which we need the bones to do that. Okay, so once we're done clearing this place, we should have a fair bit of bones. I don't know if it's going to be enough to upgrade everything, but it should be enough to upgrade a couple things at least. So let's head back on over there and clear it and hopefully gather up enough cores to maybe make a smelter as well as a kiln as well, so that we can start smelting down metals and getting those things rolling as well here. So before we actually head on in there, I want to see if we're able to cut down a pine tree. We are able to cut it down with the flint axe. That is great. So we're going to cut this down. This is going to give us core wood, and then that's going to give us some more recipes here. So let me chop this down 2 seconds. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and clear this place. Hopefully, again, there is a good amount of these cores in here. That would be great. I think it's 5 apiece. So we need at least 10 to get a smelter and a coal thing going to, or a charcoal thing going here. Off to a good start. We got 3 of them in here. Or actually, we got 4 of them in here. Good. Okay, so we got 4. We need another 6, and we can get both of the things going right now. That would be great. Also, this should hopefully be visible on YouTube. That was also a dead end. That's the pathway we just came from. So if you guys can't see anything, then oopsie. But I did do some testing on here and made sure that it was somewhat visible. So if I do need to boost it in post, I will do that. But let's go this way and clear it. And hopefully we have a couple more of the cores here. We are currently up to 5 right now. So we can make 1 smelter or the charcoal thing. I actually don't want this skeleton to shoot us over and over again. So can we kindly get you to come out here so I can deal with you? Thank you. The sword guys are fine. The skeleton with the bow is a little bit of an issue. We also have 2 spawners in here, which is not great. All right, we're gonna die. We need to back out because that is a 1-star dude. Okay, let's go this way a little bit. Gather up some more stuff. Let our health regen. They don't open doors, I don't think, so we should be okay. Let me just close this one just in case. And yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a minute until our health regens. All right, let's give this another go here. And we got a crit on this guy. Good. Let's hopefully kill him quickly. Die, please. Die. No, this is bad. Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let our stamina get back just a smidge here. And there we go. Good. Okay. This guy should die. Thank you. And then this guy is going to be relatively easily to deal with. And let's take out this thing so we don't have more spawning. That's great. We got one more in the other corner as well. This guy's going to be relatively easy to deal with again. Oh, never mind. We had another 1-star spawn. Let's back out of that for 2 seconds. Let our health get back up a little bit because those guys do a little bit more damage than the standard ones. There's actually 2 more spawners in that room. Okay, we need to back out completely because we are very close to death. So I need to just wait until we get 100% health back because I was trying to just push through and that's not going to do us any favors here. All right, let's see if we can just run in here and break the thing real quickly. That would be great. I can take a little bit of damage. I'm not too worried about that. I just need to get this thing dealt with and removed, please. There we go. There's one done. And we got one more in there, but our stamina is pretty much gone. Is that a 1-star guy again? No. Okay, cool. All right, we have finally cleared that last little spawner here, and we got 3 more of these things in here. Cool. So, oh, actually 4 of the things in here. So we should have 9 right now, and we do indeed. So we are 1 short from being able to craft up both of the things that we wanted to craft up, which is a little annoying, but you know what? It's fine. That is a lot closer to it than I thought we would get to it, and there's more little pathways, actually. So we could potentially still have the last core in here. So let me clear the rest of this. Hopefully we don't have any more spawners. Those are kind of dangerous. We got really close to dying several times there. The other directions both led to dead ends, so there's no more cores in this area. So we can leave this place. We cleared it completely. We can also plop this open and... oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Cross it out so I know not to come back and clear it. So it's now completely done. We have some blueberries right here that I marked. Are those spawned back in just yet or no? They should be right here. There we go. Or no, those, yeah, here we go. The bushes are right here, but there's no berries on them yet. Okay. I don't know how long the spawn back rate is on those, but we got a little berry patch there. We want to run away from that guy. That guy's going to poison us, and we really don't need that right now. Can we activate this? And we also want to put that stuff away, and we're going to bolt all the way back home real quick because there's no other thing that we need from here right now. We do need to find copper and tin, but I'd rather do that during the day and not at nighttime when all of this stuff's going to be spawning and we're going to have a real bad time of it. So now that we're back home, we can see the weapon that we unlocked by getting the core wood. So it was this guy right here. We need 20 core wood, some deer trophies, and some scraps. But we are currently 2 core wood short from being able to craft that thing. So maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm not too sure. It doesn't look... or actually it has piercing and blunt damage, so that actually could be somewhat good for us. I would like to have as many of the weapons that I can that have double damage. Anyways, though, let's see if we have enough stone. I don't think we are. Yeah, I don't think we have. We have 8 stone right now. That's not really going to be enough to make anything. We need our hammer real quick, which should be over here. And now with that, we have a smelter and the charcoal kiln unlocked. So let's open this guy up and let's see. We are... how many short? We are 20 stone, so we are 12 short from being able to make that and 12 short from being able to make that as well. So right now it really doesn't matter because we don't have the stuff to smelt, but I do want to plop one of these down as well real quick because it's going to make our comfort level go up a little bit, only by 1, but that's going to help. It added an extra... was it 30 seconds to a minute or something on our timer up there on the rested? So now we're at 12 minutes instead of 10 or 11, whatever we just were at. Anyways, I'm going to offload real quick. We're going to run back on over to the Dark Forest, or the Black Forest, and we're going to try and find some copper veins or some tin veins. And if we're also lucky, we can potentially find the next location for the boss. So let me offload real quick, and we'll be right back over there in 2 seconds. Actually, let's also upgrade our gear since we have the stuff to do it. Oh, we need level 3 table to do that. Oh, okay, hold on. Do we have enough to do the level 3 table? We needed... what did we need? We needed the tanning rack, which is 20 scraps. I don't think I have 20 scraps. I think I might be close. Yeah, I'm at 12 out of 20. Okay, so we can't do that right now. Never mind. We can drop all this stuff off like I was planning on doing. We also want to try and keep ourselves somewhat sorted here so it's not taking up more space than we need to. So on the way back, I'm actually going to try a little bit of a cheese here. So right now, we can't cut this tree down. It says it's too hard. We need at least a bronze axe to do so. So instead of waiting until we get one of those, if we're able to knock it down by ramming a tree into it, which we are... we should hopefully be able to get enough wood, potentially from this one or a couple more of these. We also have the birch trees we can cut down that also give us the fine wood that this is going to drop. But if we do manage to get this done, we are going to have access to portals really easily here. So we just need this thing to ram into the tree over and over again, and hopefully it breaks the tree before it breaks itself. There we go. It's finally down. Cool. So now it's considered a log, I think. And if it is, then we... oh, never mind. It's still considered the oak log. Okay, so we're going to have to cut this down a little bit more. Hey, there we go. It finally broke, and we got 12 pieces from it. We also got a new bow recipe, and it looked like a cup recipe as well. So we'll go see what those are in a second. I want to break this half as well. So let's see the new recipes that we just got. So we got a tankard, which is a mug, which is also apparently a shield. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Does it have more blocking things than my current shield? No, this does 6, that does 4. Okay, so we're not going to mess with that. The other thing that we got was a bow. So this guy right here, the fine wood bow. We need 10 core wood and 2 deer hide. We got the fine wood right now. We got 25 right now, so that's good. We are going to craft this right now because that is going to be better than the other bow that we have right now. So let's get rid of that. We also need this guy, that guy, and then we should be able to craft this guy up. There we go. And when we picked up our hammer a minute ago, we also got a bunch more recipes in this thing. So under miscellaneous, we got this thing, which is a dragon head. So the fronts of our buildings can have that on there. That's kind of cool. And we also got the portal as well as the ward, but the ward I don't think is really necessary in single player, so we're probably not going to mess with that, but we are going to want to build a portal. So we need a couple of the gray dwarf eyes, which right now I want to say we have 1 or 2 of. We do have the cores to build this, but we don't have the fine wood now because we just built the bow. So I need to go cheese another tree down real quick, and then we can craft that thing. We also got some benches and stuff, but I don't think this is going to help us too much. I do want to craft up this guy just for the sake of getting an extra level of comfort. So what did we need for that? We needed some berries, we needed some fine wood, and we need 6 leather scraps. So do we have 6 leather scraps right now? We do indeed. Okay, so I'm going to craft that thing together real quick. And for right now, it's going to be pretty janky, but we're just going to smack it right in the middle of our little tiny house right now. Once we get an actual base up and running, we'll try and make it look nice. But at the moment, we just need the whole thing to work here. So for right now, that's going to be fine. Well, here's our first bit of tin. So I'm only going to harvest 1 node of this because this stuff is kind of heavy. So I don't want to take up too much inventory space with it while I try and find some more of, or some of the copper stuff as well. But there we go. There is some tin. That is currently taking up, how much weight is that? 24 pounds with only 3 of them. So I'm going to come back to this stuff and get it later. We do have a couple more nodes. So I will just very quickly pop down a thingy over here. And I'm going to run on into the Black Forest here and see if I can find a copper node as well before we head back to our base. Because I'm not really going to go all in on metal tools just yet. But if we can get some of this stuff rolling in so we can see the recipes and stuff, then I can go ahead and start farming this stuff up on stream. So let me deal with this guy because we need a couple of the eyeballs. And we got 1 from him. Okay. All right. Well, I finally found our first node of copper. So let's go ahead and plop a waypoint down on this just so I know where it's at. And now we can mine up a little bit of this. We're not going to go crazy with it again. We just need a couple pieces so that we can at least smelt it down. So that's all I'm going to do. We also have one of the gray dwarf nests right over there, the little purple cloud floating in the distance. So we want to go grab that. Also, is that the boss thing? Oh, it's a tree that's down. Okay. It looked like one of the little tablet things to show where the boss is. So this is going to be a little janky at the moment, but this is all we can do. So that is our charcoal kiln down. We want to take a couple things of wood and turn that into charcoal as well. So let's take some of this, and we should be good with that. I'm going to throw it in there, and then I'm going to sleep through the night because it's going to complete it. And then once that's done, I am going to break this thing and then rebuild the furnace itself because we don't have enough cores to build both of them right now. So we can do it like this for the time being, and then during the stream, I will hopefully be able to find another one of the burial chambers to be able to gather up enough of the cores again to build out another one of these things, just so I have both of them down instead of having to break them and replace them. All right, it's all ready to go, and we got a couple more crafting recipes from that. Nice. And let's see, let's swap it on over to the furnace. And I got all my stuff back, right? I did indeed. Okay, so let's plop this right there for right now. That's fine. And we want to load up our stuff. So we got 6 pieces. We got 3 copper and 3 tin. And so let's plop all of our stuff in here, and that is going to smelt through, and hopefully in a minute here we have some stuff on the ground waiting for us. All of our ingots are done, and now we have tin and copper. We unlock the forge as well as whatever that little bucket was. So to craft up the forge, we are going to need at least 6 copper to do that. We also need another 10 to get the forge cooler up and running, although we don't need that right away. So we're going to try and get the forge up and running, but that is going to happen in between episodes during one of these streams. So I am going to be streaming, if I didn't mention that already, already. I don't think I did. But because of those streams, there's most likely going to be quite a jump in our progress right now. So we're most likely going to come back with a ton of copper and tin and or a whole bunch of the stuff already made. So I'm most likely going to make a full set of bronze gear as well as tools. So there's going to be quite a little jump in between episodes most likely. And I'm also going to try and find a base location. So the spot that we're at right now could work if this is not a landlocked lake, which right now it's not really looking like it is. It looks like it has rivers going out the directions right now as well. This also looks like a skull. That's kind of cool. It's a mountain, but it kind of looks like a skull face in the side of it there. That's kind of cool. Anyways, like I said, we might set up the permanent base right here or near the spawn location just to kind of get more storage and stuff going, because right now our storage situation is not looking too hot, and I'd rather have a little bit more space to store stuff in. So we'll kind of see how that all pans out here. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.